Depot on the beat.
What is up, guys? This is G from Annoyances today, bringing you guys a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about 5 things that I hate about my TLX Type S. I have the Type S sitting right here. I'm about to get it started. I did go for a drive this morning. I had to go take care of some business, so it is not going to be a cold start. Going to be a little warm start, but can we appreciate how good she looks sitting in the garage right now? But let me grab the keys and I'll do a little remote start for you guys. Nice and subtle, sounds good. But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about 5 things that I hate about this car. Let me pull up to a little parking lot and we'll get to it. So I just hopped in my car and would you look at that? That's gonna be one of the things we talk about today. Let me go to the gas station real quick, fill her up with some gas, and then I'll pick up the camera when I get to this little parking lot. Alright guys, so I just pulled up to this little parking lot. I got the car sitting right here. Sun is hitting, middle of the summertime in Houston. You guys already know how that goes. Before I start this video, I do want to let you guys know I do have merch that is out right now. It's going to be on the screen right now at toughshop.printify.me. This is one of the shirts I released. It's a Type S shirt. I got a bunch of other shirts on there, so if you're not just a car guy, they have other shirts on there for you as well. And also, if you guys haven't already, make sure to like the video and subscribe and do all that good stuff. I got the Type S sitting right here, and honestly, before I get to anything, I want to make a little cinematic of this car, so let's get to that. If you're a first-time viewer of the channel, you pretty much know how my car looks like and everything. So this right here is my 2023 Acura TLX Type S, and in this video we're going to talk about 5 things that I hate. First thing that I hate about this car, and if you guys own this car, then you guys will definitely relate to me right now, is just how heavy this car is. Now the good thing is that you don't really feel it as much when you're driving, but just the specs in the back of your head, you just know your car is super heavy. Now don't get me wrong, the car is quick. A lot of people hate that it only makes 350 horsepower, but I mean, to me, the car is quick, it's fun, and obviously if it had more power, it'd be more fun. To me, this car power is fun mainly because of the transmission. The transmission is super fun to drive with, only if you really drive it in sport mode. Regular driving, the transmission is a little iffy, but that's besides the point. Right now, we're talking about how heavy this car is, and this car weighs a little over 4,000 pounds. So if you didn't know how heavy this car was, it's a little over 4,000 pounds, which is insane. That's literally like a wide body Hellcat or something. I mean, yeah, the car is heavy, it's premium, but like it's a little too heavy with its competitors. Now, like I said, you don't really feel it as much. The car doesn't really have body roll or anything like that. They've done pretty good with the body rigidity. But other than that, you just know that if you're gonna race a car that has the same power as you, but it just weighs a little less, you're definitely not gonna win. And I mean, yeah, you can technically like start gutting the car and take stuff out of the car. But I mean, do you really want to do that in like a Type S? Like, you don't want to start gutting the car unless you really want to go full race car. But I mean, I wouldn't really recommend that on a car like this. If you want to go for a race car, I would definitely try to do it on a different platform, maybe like a V58 or something. But I mean, if you want, you can go ahead, start gutting this thing and make it all super lightweight and stuff, but I wouldn't recommend that. I feel like this car just looks really good just being like a show car kind of car, not really a race car. So I personally wouldn't recommend trying to make your car fast. Now, you can make it a little faster, but don't try to be like the fastest car on the street. It's not gonna work out. Now, I'm gonna be honest, it's super hard coming up with 5 total things that I hate about this car. So it was definitely hard coming up with 5 of them, because I'm not gonna lie, I love this car and there's not a lot of bad things to say about it. Now, the second thing that I hate about this car is the aftermarket support. Not in the performance wise. The performance wise, I feel like they've done a pretty good job. You can get an intercooler, downpipe, tune, intercooler piping, and all that good stuff. You can get all that stuff. You can get transmission tunes, ECU tunes, everything. The aftermarket support to make it faster is there, but the cosmetic wise, there's not much to do. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, these side skirts that I have right here are literally eBay side skirts that I threw on the car. And I mean, they're super dirty right now, but what I did was, the body line that comes out, that's where I made the side skirt come out from. So it was kind of like a self thing. Nobody has this side skirt, nobody has it done like that, but mainly because the only other side skirt you can get for this car is like a little over $1,000, and the other ones are like $600-700. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not spending $700 on a side skirt that I'm gonna probably like run over a curve with my goofy self and probably destroy it. So I'm gonna go with a side skirt that's still gonna look good but not gonna break my bank. And I mean, the main reason I had to do that is because there's not a lot of aftermarket support for this car. Like for the cosmetic wise, there's only like 1 or 2 companies that make a front lip. A lot of cars these days, you can literally go on eBay and buy like a $150 lip and throw it on your car, and it's actually a really good looking lip. But for this car, there's no like aftermarket lip that you can throw on this car. Now I know the car has a stock lip, why would you want to throw a lip on it? But it just needs like a little bit of something else, at least in the middle, like something to just come out a little more, just to make it a little more aggressive. Even like right here, I don't know if you can really notice on camera, but I added this black vinyl right here just because there's not a lot you can do to this car, so I gotta make my own mods at this point. There's not a lot of companies that make carbon mirrors. The one company I found that made them, they're like $500, and like I'm not gonna pay $500 for carbon mirrors when I've paid about $100 to $150 for real carbon mirrors as well. These days there's a lot of companies out there that are making car parts that are not as expensive anymore, and I'm just not ready to pay the old prices where people used to pay like $800 to $900 for certain carbon pieces, when these days there's so many companies that are making cheaper carbon pieces for like almost the same quality. Now all we need is for those little companies to pick up this car and also make parts for this car, because I mean, if you go online right now and look up like an M340i parts on eBay, you will find so many real carbon parts and just so much aftermarket parts from so many different companies, and they're actually not that expensive. For this car, there's a small amount of companies that make parts and they're all super expensive. Now I'm just comparing that to other cars as well. Like a lot of people are gonna be like, dude, it's a car, like you're not gonna be spending cheap money on car parts. Like I get that, but there's other cars that you can buy that you can put the same parts on for a lot cheaper. All right, so the third thing that I hate about this car is actually in the interior. Now the interior, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have much complaints about. I like it a lot. It's very simple, which I like. A lot of people are like, oh, it's so outdated. I'm not gonna lie, I like simplicity, so I enjoy it. But the complaint that I have about it, and you can see it right now, is this armrest. Like, what is this? What's going on here? This car is not even that old, and do you see how bad the quality is of that? Like, no matter how bad I try to like fix it or anything, it's gonna stay like that forever. And I mean, the most I could do is tell people it's design and that's how they come. This is definitely one of the biggest complaints I have about this car, because I feel like this armrest should not end up like this, not in at least only 2 years. And comment down below if this has happened to other of you guys TLX owners. I'm pretty sure it's not just Type S owners, but this is probably all TLX owners. But if it's not, if this is just me, then I need to figure out what the heck is going on. But yeah, that was something simple, not much to talk about there. Just the armrest. I don't know from what it's been. My car doesn't really sit out in the sun like that. Usually stays in the garage, or if it does sit out in the sun, it's not for more than a few hours, maybe once a week. So it's not like my car sits in the sun for like 5 days a week for 8 hours a day or anything like that. So I don't know what's going on with that. Now, like I said, it's super hard trying to figure out what I hate about this car. But the fourth thing that I hate about this car, and I'm pretty sure there's other people that know about this too, is the road noise. Now the road noise is a little excessive. A lot of people are gonna say it could be the tires that you have on and things like that. I bought this car completely stock. I had the stock wheels and tires on the car. I had the high performance wheels and tires on the car. And on the test drive, instantly, I found out that this car has super loud road noise. Now, after a while of owning it, it doesn't bother me at all anymore, but it is something to look out for. If it's something that's gonna bother you a lot, then I would definitely not go for this car because the road noise is a little loud. Now, after I put the exhaust on it and the car is a little louder, you can't hear it as much. But definitely, I would say this right now, there is definitely more road noise than my older car, and my car before was a 2021 Lexus IS 350, and even more road noise than my Hellcat. Now, Hellcat, same thing, loud exhaust. You can't really hear the road as much. Same thing with this car. Now that I've put exhaust on it, you can't really hear the road as much. So if you're a car guy and you're gonna put an exhaust on your car, then it doesn't really matter. It's not that big of a deal. But if you're gonna keep your car stocked the whole life and just ride around with the family all the time, it might be a problem for you. All right, so the last and final thing that I hate about this car, and like I said, it was really hard coming up with this list. I love this car so much, and the 5 things I listed, I'm gonna tell you right now, the only thing that really bothers me is that armrest thing. Other than that, none of the other things even bother me at all. But the 5th thing that I hate about this car is the amount of gas this thing drinks. This is a V6, and I've had a 5.0, a fully built 5.0. I've had a Hellcat, and so I've had cars that are supposed to drink a lot of gas. This car takes about just as much. Now, I have been driving it a lot more conservatively to see how much better it'll do on gas. It does do a little better, but not as good, unfortunately. Even when I do drive conservatively, it does still take a good amount of gas. And I mean, you and me both know we're car guys. We don't like to drive normal all the time. There's times where we like to, you know what I'm saying, go through the gears a little bit. I'm not gonna say necessarily drive like crazy, but definitely, you know, go through like first and second a little bit, and that will tank your gas. Like if you like to have fun with your car and like drive it, like, you know, actually drive it. I'm not talking about freaking doing 60 to 100 miles an hour pulls. That's just being dumb. I'm talking about like actually, like, you know, going through the streets and like, you know, being up in the RPMs and stuff like that. Your gas is gonna go down like crazy. This is the car that drinks gas like crazy. But like I said, it's not that big of a deal. We're car guys, so I mean, it doesn't make that much of a difference to us. But somebody that likes to enjoy their car and is gonna keep their car stock and everything, I'm gonna tell you right now, car is not that great on gas. Now, I'm gonna pretty much wrap this video up here. There's not much more to talk about. Like I said, it took me forever to figure out 5 things that I hate about this car. I love the Type S so much. It's so much fun to drive. So don't let this video discourage you. Trust me, if you're thinking about getting one, you should definitely get one still. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow all my socials. Make sure to check out the merch. Everything will be in the description. I appreciate you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.